to Lead a Life Uncommon. This is for you if you're the go-getter, you're the overachiever, you're like the driven solopreneur, entrepreneur, service-based woman who is the face of their business. But you know what? You've hit that plateau. You want to make more money. You want to have more free time. And you want to love your life. And why the hell not? So this is for you today. Welcome to 2023, people. Woohoo! I don't know about you, but I'm pumped out of my mind for 2023. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be sharing some of the behind the scenes of mistakes that I've made building a 7-figure business. And not just from the tactical things like, sign more people, do better Facebook ads, but from the mindset piece. And so from that perspective, I'm going to give you a window into what I'm looking at and what I want to give to you for 2023. First of all, is making sure that every single podcast that I teach you on has very concrete bold action steps, because you're here to create a big, bold life in biz. So at the end, you will always have steps. And I've done all those steps first, right? There's nothing worse than somebody telling you what to do and them not having done it themselves. So looking at the year, I'm not really big on what's the year-end goals? It's the new year. It's not that. It's just that at the end of the year is that harvest time. And during the fall into the winter over the holidays is a time where I really reflect on who was I this year? What do I want? What happened? How can I make improvements or changes in my life? What's different? And one of the things that, frankly and transparently, and I'll be sharing this journey, is looking at how have I not taken great care of myself? How can I take radical responsibility for that? How can I be in truth about what I'm committed to? Sometimes we tell ourselves that we are committed to X, Y, and Z. And then when you look at the results that we have in our life, it's clear that our real commitment is to A, B, and C. So for example, if I say, I'm really committed to my health, and yet I'm carrying around an extra 20 pounds, the truth of the matter then is I'm committed to having 20 extra pounds on my body. There's no getting around it. I can try and BS myself, and God knows I have tried. And it's not the food. So I've been it's not the food. It's my emotional state. I'm an emotional eater. Hello, I'm Mary Bicknell. I'm an emotional eater. And trying to finagle the symptom of, let me just keto it. Let me put a Band-Aid on it. Let me track what I eat. No sugar, that's bullshit. That's, again, just trying to fix the symptom. Isn't this why we can't stand traditional medicine, right? It's just giving a Band-Aid. So the next year, I have really made a commitment to dig deep into all my emotional stuff. And I've had my therapist, and I have a coach, and I have all the things. And yet it's still here. Here's this 20 pounds. So that's one thing I'll be working on. The next thing is, how do I want to go crazy and blow up my business in a good way? Mind blow my business. And how many clients can I take along on the ride so that they can truly work less, make the kind of money that they want, and love their life, which includes loving themselves. It's funny, today, as I'm recording this, I'm actually recording this on January 3rd. I got off a call with one of my clients, and she's like, by the way, I lost 10 pounds since we've been working together. And you know what? That's not on the sales page, guys. But she's the third client who at least has told me that they've lost weight just from us working together. Another client lost 30 pounds, another lost 40. No, I am not a weight loss coach. I am a business consultant and strategist for business owners, service-based business, female business owners. What's the lesson here? The lesson is that there's a ripple effect when you do things for yourself to make improvement. And when you work on your business, it is one of the best self-development programs out there. So it's, your business or any goal, any result that you want is a combination of mindset and skills. So with my clients, we work on a lot of mindset and then, of course, a lot of skills. And so speaking of business, reflecting back over 2022, what I recognize is, and actually the last 2 years, although I've made a lot of money and my clients have had success, one of the things that I failed to take into consideration is how I want to feel about it. Now, I know I've talked a little bit about this on other podcasts and live streams. It's really looking at, oh my God, I've made all this money. I have a second house, like all the things, and I wasn't really celebrating. So what does that say? If I'm not able to celebrate, and I'm air quoting, an achievement of a goal, then is the goal not worthy? Or was it just that I failed to incorporate other criteria within the goal, the desired goal? So for example, if I'm working too much, or I gained this weight, or I was like overly eating because I was stressed and I want to make a lot of money and help a lot of people, and I worked too much and I didn't have great boundaries, although I have great boundaries, although I don't work a ton, I still wasn't doing it in a way that I was overflowing with abundance. I recognize I must have just been in a place also of grinding things out and hustling. Now, I like a little grinding, I like a little hustling, but it can't be all the energy from that. You can't build something sustainable with that as just your leading energy level. Because really, that's not being in your highest vibration, in your highest self. So although we all can grind out a couple $100,000, $1 million, we can all do that. You can do that. Is it sustainable? And does it feel good? So this coming year, the result that I want, and you could look at the result. So I really want to focus on what is a result versus just a goal. Because let's be real. I've had the same goal to lose 20 pounds for a long time. People's goals, while we need to have a goal on one level, it's easy to play with them. It's easy to push out the date, etc. As opposed to very concretely thinking, what is the result I want? And being very solid on this is what needs to occur in order for that result to actually manifest or happen or get created. So thinking about results that I've created as far as the income or the number of clients with major, huge, beautiful, amazing successes. What am I missing? Mary Big No. And part of it for me is missing a little bit more of weaving in a lot more of my bold directness. I tempered that. Weaving in a little more fun and being playful and letting it go a little bit and being funnier and being flippant and being sarcastic and just being like, fuck it sometimes. And just being in that place of, you know what? We're all going to be dead forever. So let's have a good time while we're doing something that is of service to the world and giving us what we want. Living out fulfilling a life of joy, abundance, and using my brilliant brain. And this is what I want for you. So I'm going to give you these exercises, these bold action steps to help you think about what do you really want in the upcoming year. So if you're listening to this not on January 4th, 2023, any other time, it doesn't matter. Use this same skill and this same methodology. And I'm just giving you kind of the umbrella methodology. I work more closely with clients on this, but the umbrella is what is the result that you want at the end of X amount of time. So right now we're talking, because it's January, we're talking about by December 31st of 2023. That's first. I like to work in 3-year goals. So it's like, first I reverse engineer. Here, what's my 3-year goal? Okay. If I live believing and knowing I will accomplish my 3-year goal, and that I just need to be the woman to do the work, to cross the raging river, to climb the mountain, whatever you want to say, then what I know to be true is if I'm her now and I'm making decisions based on that goal today, I will actually get that goal. I will get that result way quicker than 3 years. So I think about, where do I want to be in 3 years? What do I want that to look like? But more importantly, how do I want to feel with the attainment of having that result? So lately I've really been about, what do I want to feel? Since I really wasn't feeling like celebrating, or I wasn't acknowledging my success related to these other big achievements. So one of the things I recognize is one of the main goals or main results and main feelings that I want to have at the end of 3-year goal, and then certainly at the end of this year goal, is feeling proud of myself. I think that so often we lose this moment to actually have recognition and feel proud of ourselves. That's not something that we're supposed to do, right? We're not supposed to be proud of ourselves. We're like supposed to, but we're really not saying it out loud. I want to say it all the fucking time. I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm so proud I followed through on that. Oh my God, I'm so proud I did that. And I want to encourage you to be able to do the same. You know, if we're not giving ourselves a pat on our back, who is going to do it? So the first thing in this bold action step is, where do you want to be in 3 years? And then how can you make decisions in this year to support that goal, that result that you want? And then when we reverse engineer the achievement of that result, what needs to be put into place? What needs to happen? What do you need to do? What are the action steps or the inaction steps that need to be accomplished? How do you need to feel in order to behave a certain way? What do you need to think? How do you need to embody her? How do you need to embody her now? That 3-year from now self. So for example, you know, at the end of this year, 2023, I have a numeric goal for income. I have a physical goal for my body. I have a goal about making a couple new girlfriends. Hello, if you're out there, give me a ring up. Let's talk. I have a goal for certain hikes and certain times that I want to spend with my family, so that if I'm working a little more, if I'm choosing to work a little bit more or do another launch or something like that that's enjoyable for me, I have designated time with my family put apart or set aside. So where do you want to be in 3 years? Write that down. These are your bold action steps. Where do you want to be in 3 years? Where do you want to be at the end of this year? And the end of this year, all of the results that you have are based on making sure they're going to support your 3-year goal. Here's where people fail most of the time, is that they're so focused on, like, I've just got to make 10 sales calls. I've just got to sell another 20 grand. I just have to, and they're so focused on the here and now and just like the short, immediate future, they lose sight of what actually has to happen in order to make their bigger result happen, their big, bold life and biz happen. One of the things that we're going to be doing in the Big Bold Life and Biz Plan group experience. So you can call it a mastermind. You can call it a group experience. I just want to call it an experience. I'm so tired of all these like group program, mastermind, whatever. It's a moment for us to come together in the Big Bold Life and Biz Plan. Utilize that so that you can create the life that you want. You can work less, you can make more, and you can love your life. Lead a life uncommon. You know what's uncommon? For you to actually have a plan. And so in the Big Bold Life and Biz Plan experience, you will have this concrete plan that you can execute so that you're not confused on what to do or how to feel or what to say or where to go to create the business and life that you fully love. There's not a million videos and all kind. No, it's very tactical, very let's get to it, very do this, very systematized, very strategic. Let's go. If you're interested in that, reach out to me, Mary@marybicknell.com. The doors will be opening soon. For the 6-month experience. Bold action step. Where do you want to be in 3 years? With your money, with your life, with yourself? How can you take radical responsibility for making that happen? What do you want for your clients? Do you actually think about what you want for them? That is so important to think about. And how can you reverse engineer this? So let's look at the numbers. Let's just quantify it. Like, let's just say you want to do $250,000. Let's pick $500,000. Because we know the truth. If you're in the 5% club, the top 5% of income earners, you're anywhere from $200,000 to $500,000, actually like $200,000 and $400,000 and like $70,000 across the country, the United States we're talking about. Most people can live a pretty freaking epic life making a couple $100,000. You don't have to make $1 million. I want you to make as much money as you want. I want you to be wealthy. And I also want you to have a lot of free time. So just imagine if you're cranking out $500,000 and you're working 3 or 4 days a week, and yet you're still having all the time off that you want to do all the other stuff. You want to paint, you want to read a book, you want to do yoga, you want to do whatever. What will that look like? Maybe that's your goal for this year, and your 3-year goal is to hit $1 million. Maybe your 3-year goal is 500,000. What decisions do you have to put into place this year to help support that 3-year vision? Let's say, for example, that you're a consultant. How can you make 500 grand? You can charge 5 people 100 grand. Happens every day. Every day. 100 grand, 6 months, a year. You could have a group experience. You could have 50 people at 10K. You could have 5 people. Oh, we already talked about that. 5 people at 100. You could have 100 at, what is that? 5 grand. You could have 10 $50,000 1-year private clients. You could have something automated. You could make a couple $100 grand, keep going, and then spend $100,000 on investment properties so that you have an asset that's paying you. There's so many opportunities for building wealth. Are you even thinking outside the box? Do you have anybody helping you think outside the box? And this is what we're doing in the Big Bold Life and Biz Plan experience. It's not just, you selling your service. It's that, and it's so much more. It's about you really thinking about how are you in charge of your financial destiny. And from the perspective that there's more than enough, that abundance is overflowing. When I think about the reality that I can make as much money as I want, you can make as much money as you want. I help my clients make as much money as they want, have better marriages, have better sex, lose weight, all these things that are like the intangible, the and then some value of working together, because we've worked on her mastering her mindset around feeling like a freaking rock star, proud of herself, strong, capable, competent, calm. That's another one of my words for 2023. I want to feel proud, and I want to feel calm, and I want to feel relieved that I did the work. I want to have that pat on my back at the end of the year. I want to feel that. I want you to take a breath right now. Imagine it's the end of the year and you've accomplished the result that you set out to, and you're giving yourself the emotional state of feeling proud of yourself, feeling calm, and feeling relieved that you did it. That you didn't let yourself down, that you didn't break your trust again, that it wasn't another I'll start on Monday. You bust through your fear, you became braver, more outgoing, a leader, you were decisive, committed. Just feel that in your body right now. Calm, relief, and you feel proud of the work that you've done. Oh my God, is that incredible? And it's available. So start with your 3-year goal. Think about how your 1 year results. What results do you need to make in this 1 year to hit that goal? And what's the emotional state that you want to do this by? Not from frenzy, not from, oh my God, grinding it out, not from hustle. Except maybe from there's sometimes I'm going to hustle and there's sometimes I'm going to grind it out, and there's plenty of time I'm going to have space and expansion to actually be able to chill out and relax guilt-free. Have you done that lately, my friends? Relaxed, guilt-free. So much more to come in this year. When you're ready to jump on board for the Big Bold Life and Biz Plan, set up a call with me, marybicknell.com/call with Mary. And in the meantime, share with me, and as a 5-star or as a comment, what your 3-year goal is, what your 1 year result to support that is. What's the emotional word you want to enjoy through the year? Share that with me wherever you're listening. Make a comment, make a little blurb, go on Apple, here we go, or ask a question. I'm going to be answering a lot of questions this year that are tactical, strategic, action-oriented, and mindset related, all around selling, making money, speaking. I want to say selling again. You know why? Because selling is a critical factor in you having success, and it's fun. And I want you to take this as we end, is when you're selling your services, because you are the face of your business, right? You are the face of your business. So when you are selling your services, you are giving someone an opportunity for a transformation. You are not doing something to her. You are selling something for her. Just say that to yourself. When I have a sales call, I'm not doing something to her. I'm doing something for her. Just take that one bold action step nugget right there. The very next time you have a sales call, and say it to yourself before, so that you can truly embody the belief that's required for you to sell high ticket and for you to love your work. So much more to come, and I will talk to you next week. If you need a little bit more help on money mindset, go to marybicknell.com/podcast. You'll see an opportunity right there to sign up for the hidden guide to your thoughts around money and success. Let's get some more ahas, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now. You deserve to lead a life uncommon.